So welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brown and Steve, and this is NRL from the Sidelines. And as we do it every time this week, we're going to talk about the round of NRL played and coming up. Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, how are you? Hang on, before I ask the question, what I want to hear is great, excited. Just
all right. Well, I'm wearing black because I'm in mourning, Steve, because the season's over. That's it. That's all I got.
So why are you in mourning, Brian?
Because my football club can't beat the last place team, and my mate Stephen is going to make me wear something filthy that's going to make me feel violated.
Well, let me tell you, you entered into that agreement, and we won't call it a bet, but you entered into that agreement eyes wide open.
Yes.
Didn't you?
But at the time we entered into it, we still had a full team.
Cue the video.
Yeah.
All right.
Cue the screen.
Yeah. Tom, you well?
Yes, I'm good, and I'm excited.
You're excited.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Before we get started with the show, let's do this. Happy birthday, Brian.
Oh, thanks, gents.
You are
And in the
old.
process of trying to cheer you up, Brian.
I don't know if it's possible. You know what would cheer me up?
Yes.
If the Roosters lost every single game from here on in and Manly won.
Well,
For and against.
then
won't
let's
get you there
forget
either.
about what I was about to do then.
Because we'll be ahead of them then.
So let's forget about what I was about to do.
Yeah. I'd ignore that one.
Well, I'll forget that last comment, and
Oh.
this is actually from the NRL from the Sidelines team. And please open it up now.
Yeah.
It was an attempt to try and cheer you up.
Well,
Although
it doesn't.
I'm
Actually,
having misgivings
regardless
about
of-
my comments now.
Regardless of what it is, it should cheer him up.
Yes.
Oh, I feel very loved.
I don't know why, but open it anyway.
I'm looking, I'm reaching, and I'm pulling, and
We hope you don't have this one. We hope you don't have
nice
this one.
retro
Do you have
jersey.
this one?
Yeah, of course.
You do?
That's
Okay, well, I
okay.
gave you the docket. So you can change it if you
Oh
want to.
yeah, from the greatest era of all time,
Okay. Well,
the 1987 Premiership winners that would be undefeated in any year in any competition.
okay.
Why?
The docket's there, you can change it for something else.
They were you kidding me? 87. We had a fantastic team. It
You
was
should
just
put it on. Put it on now.
in
But he's
1987.
going to take it back to the shop.
Oh, is he? Okay.
In 1987, Manly had a team where we had 13 players playing State of Origin.
That's enough talking about Manly, honestly.
And
Seriously.
we still won
But did you win State of Origin?
in 87. Yeah, Mika kind of kicked goals from the sidelines.
There you go. Do you feel better now?
I do.
Okay, happy birthday,
There you go.
Brian. Congratulations. 50 years old. You don't look a day over 65. Okay?
Let's get back to
get
hating
moving.
him. Okay.
All right.
Right.
So let's talk about the Storm and the Panthers. Storm 16,
Yes.
Panthers donut.
Well, I must admit, I didn't see that coming, to be perfectly honest.
No.
I thought
No,
it
I don't
would
think
be.
anyone did.
I thought it would be close, and considering I picked the Panthers by 14, I was only 30 points out.
And the thing, too, is that the Panthers had most of the stats.
Yep.
They held most of the stats, but it was just defence won the game.
Well, you can't take your 1-6-7 out of a team and expect to be seamless.
Sure. But also,
But-
Melbourne were actually not travelling very well at that stage either. So
Well,
it was a
they-
big surprise.
Well, they certainly travelled very well against the
Oh, yeah.
Panthers.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
but was it Melbourne were that good? I mean, let's face it, Munster was. But
Yeah.
where Penrith just had a really off
Ooh.
night.
Look, a bit of a combination of both. I think. Oh, jeez, Brian, you're not even on silent.
Oh, how
Um,
embarrassing.
I know.
Boy,
Old. He's old.
nothing
now.
like
old.
being professional.
I don't even know who that is. Anyway, I think they missed Fisher Harris more than anything else. So
They were going side to side.
yeah,
Straight up the
They
middle.
were, and let's face it, when you've got blokes like Fisher Harris, what's the Spencer Linu, Martin, you expect to be taken on in the forwards.
Yep.
And they just didn't do it.
No.
So Melbourne looked invincible going up the middle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which of course gave everyone time to move. Which, by the way, if there's any Manly supporters out there, that's what your forward pack needs to do for your halfback to play well.
That's right, exactly.
Oh,
All right,
goodness.
let's go on to Warriors 42, Dogs 18.
Didn't see that coming.
No. No.
There's a few results we didn't see coming. What, I don't know about again. The Dogs I didn't think were that bad.
But the Warriors, yeah, I don't know.
Well, Warriors had 60% of possession, so they held the ball.
Yeah. So the way the Warriors played the other night, they should probably have beaten not most other teams, but at least half the field.
They were very good.
They were very good.
800 more metres,
Yeah. Adam Fanoa-Blake was huge.
Again.
When he's not injured, he just makes meters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're missing him.
And Matt Burton, just I don't like I said, but you can't win if your forward pack. Your halves can't dominate if your forward pack doesn't move it.
Yeah, but the Warriors were cutting through the Bulldogs too easy for some reason. It's surprising that the Bulldogs would be complacent. And I don't want to put it down to that because the Bulldogs should never be complacent given where they are on the table. So
I think that's where the Bulldogs need to work is actually on their forward pack. I think because they've got either young blokes who haven't learned their trade yet, or older people like Josh Jackson, who's been a great servant, but he's getting on.
Yeah, getting on.
Next year they're picking up Andrew Davey and Kickow.
Yeah, that's right.
He's just starting second rowers.
But a big front man.
And if they can get Tavita moving.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on. Rabbitohs 26, Eels 0.
Yes. Again, it's a very surprising result.
Yeah, and I've got to say, I'm really happy with the 0.
It's defence, isn't it?
Because South don't do that. South have always just tried to outscore the other team.
Yeah, they're a 32-30 team.
That's right.
Yeah.
But, and I've got to say, that was their best defensive effort I've seen all year.
Yeah. Latrell was good. Alex Johnson, your reject was good.
Reject?
Yeah, reject. Well, you only signed him because your fans all had a bit of a whinge.
Oh, Dean Hawkins.
He's loved by the club.
Dean Hawkins was
Dean Hawkins was excellent.
Yeah.
I've seen him play a few times, and I really rate him. I think he's a good young halfback.
Yeah. And you're getting Campbell Graham.
Campbell Graham's coming back this week, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit I will talk about it later. But
yeah, sure.
Oh, you're just disappointed in Parramatta?
No, I was going to say in the winger we picked, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. Parramatta were very disappointing. Yeah. I didn't think Parramatta looked like they were going to score.
They lost the forward battle.
Yeah.
And they usually win with their muscle and with their brutality up the front, and they didn't.
Yeah, but see, the one thing about South is they were going straight through their middle. You're right.
Yeah.
Where South will normally score on the wings, the centres, they were just tearing Parramatta through the middle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Next boring game.
Roosters 32, Cowboys 18.
Talk about going up the middle.
Yes, the Cowboys.
Lodge and Jarrett are doing brilliantly.
Alleged defence of the Cowboys have been crowing about, just wasn't there.
They look jaded, and they have for a couple of weeks.
Look, they had a lot. There was a lot of emotion there around what happened with their ex-coach. But the Roosters also had history with Paul Green as well.
That's right.
Look, I think the Roosters are building nicely, and I think this was just another one. I mean, the coach. I was really happy to hear the coach say at the end, "Yeah, look, we got to 70 minutes, and I was just a little disappointed we weren't ruthless enough to go on with it. They could have scored another 3 tries. They lost a couple. They bombed a couple.
Yep.
And the Roosters got a couple of rubs of the green, but also there was a couple of decisions that could have led to tries as well. So, it happens. I think Lodge probably scored off a forward pass.
There's a couple that scored off.
But the Verrills try, Graham Annesley already said, because I'm getting in ahead of time. Graham Annesley said that they were already offside North Queensland, so it wouldn't matter whether Lodge had held on to Neem or not. They were already offside.
No, but you don't give a try because someone's offside.
Yeah.
The penalty, okay,
Sure.
accept that, but not the try.
But in the end,
they should have. I mean, the problem was we all saw it, and I mean, you only had to look at one replay to see it.
Yep.
Now the bunker would look at it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Why didn't they see it? And
but there wasn't a lot in the hole, honestly.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're not allowed to do it.
You know what?
But that's what happens in a scrum. You hold on to each other.
No.
And,
But the moment you're supposed to let go,
you're supposed to let go.
Yeah.
And you know what? People have been pinged for
a lot less.
A lot. I mean, escorts and all that sort of stuff. You barely touch them.
Yep.
And it's an escort.
But Lodge is a bit of a Stone Age guy. I mean, perhaps moves a bit slower.
No excuse.
But Jesse's been good. He's been good.
He has been good. I will admit.
And also
Victor
Radley. I put Victor Radley and you'll disagree, and Cameron Murray in that same sort of boat at the moment. They're both playing beautiful ball playing right in the middle. And in fact, I think Isaiah Yeo's had a bit of an off year this year by comparison compared to last year. And I think that Cameron Murray to me, would be probably your first choice
Oh, I agree.
at lock for
agree.
Australia, I think.
Yep.
To be honest.
Did Victor have to have a blood transfusion after the game?
I don't know. No, he's still at the head game. He's still bleeding, but not as
still
much as
bleeding.
last week. But he was
Goodness.
terrific. Yeah. Now they're calling him Victor the assister now.
Your sister.
Well, because he try assist. Yeah, so it was good. Anyway,
Oh, that's sad.
it was a good
All right,
game. Good game.
Let's go on to Sharks 36, Tigers 12.
You know, the beginning of this game, I thought the Tigers might have been in this,
So did I.
and then they
Weren't.
weren't. I don't know whether the Sharks were that good or the Tigers were that bad. It's
Sharks
thought-
did enough. They did what they needed to do. Didn't
yeah,
they? I mean,
they
easily.
didn't. I don't think the Sharks were impressive, and that's hard when they've won by 24 points, and it's like, yeah, they were okay.
Yeah.
Man, they've got levels to go up. That they can be a lot better than that. That's all. That's all I have to say about that. Oh, and Nico Hines, geez, he's classy.
He is.
Yeah.
He's classy.
Yeah, well, they bought him on spec, as a full-time halfback, and he's
Yep.
Which
He
was
was
interesting
improving.
because when they bought him, he was playing fullback. And he hadn't
Well,
played
he was
much
playing
half.
a mixture of roles,
Yeah.
but he hadn't actually cemented himself in any of those roles. And halfbacks, your critical position, so you would normally think you wouldn't buy somebody who is maybe a halfback to be your full-time halfback, but geez, he's proven himself, hasn't he?
So now the Cronulla team, or Cronulla management are coming out, they're saying they want Fitzgibbon for 20 years.
Yeah.
No.
He'll be here as long as they want. And I remember South saying that to Madge after we won the grand final. You'll be here for as long as you want.
Yeah.
A few years later.
There's very few coaches that do that.
Yeah. Trent.
Oh dear. So I got to tell you,
Des.
I think Shark. Who?
Sorry?
He's proven himself not to be the case.
Yeah, Des will be there forever. Anyway, yeah, continuing on.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
what are you saying? We distracted you, I know.
You did. The Sharks, I think, are the real danger for the premiership.
Yeah, sure.
No.
You know what?
I don't think
I
they're,
like their defence.
I don't think they're quite there yet.
No, I think they are. I think defensively they are.
I'm probably with Brian now. When I think about it, I think if you look at the hierarchy of teams, they are up there in that top four, but I reckon they might be a year off, personally.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think we need to stop the show right here and now.
No. I've got to go for HIA.
Broncos 28, Knights 10.
Yeah, yawn fest.
Well, that's not a very impressive performance, really, by 28-10.
Not an impressive performance by either of the teams,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
No, it wasn't a good game. There was a try scored from a forward pass that was so far forward, it was NFL football. It really was. It was ridiculous.
Was that from a Bronco?
Yeah. Broncos try.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I know we can't rule on forward passes, but when they're so blatant,
Yeah.
when they're so blatant, can we rule on them?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
honestly, that's embarrassing.
Well, I mean, I texted you or I messaged both of you that it's okay to have a tip forward, but not to have a forward pass.
Yeah.
The bunker can look at a tip forward,
Yeah, well,
but not at a
which-
forward pass.
which was,
And
again,
effectively, it's
yeah.
the same thing. And that to me, that would have been a try.
There was
The
one
Roosters.
there was one in the Manly game the other week where the ball came off his chest and it went forward. And the bunker pulled it back.
Yeah,
Because
whereas they can't.
But if he'd caught it and passed
Throw
it,
it.
it would have been fine.
Yeah, and if it's 3 metres forward, they can't go, oh, gee, we'll put sit on our hands on that one. There's a bad
Yeah.
call, but geez.
I hate the bunker. Yep.
So do I. Guys, do we want to talk about how bad Newcastle are?
No.
We're going to save that
and,
to
they're,
later.
and they're getting worse. Yeah,
We'll
let's
save it till later.
Let's
We'll
save
Save
it
it
till
till
later.
later, all right.
Yeah, all right.
All right, Raiders 24, Dragons 22. How funny. The last tackle of the game. 2 weeks ago,
Yep.
3 weeks ago, it was exactly reversed.
Yes.
How funny.
And people are saying that at the refs squaring up.
Oh,
Bec-
you
because-
can't... You,
But I mean, that was
How did you
blatant. That was
plan
blatant. That was
Oh, let's plan a
blatant.
square up.
Blatant.
yeah.
Blatant holding down. Honestly.
Well, it was,
And it
but
should have been
the
a penalty.
argument was
That
that
the
the
whistle
bell
had
went
already, the
earlier.
soft whistle had already gone.
That doesn't make any sense to
I
me.
know.
It's either a whistle or it's not.
Well, no, but they're saying the siren went.
Yeah.
Not like, I couldn't hear it.
Well, neither could I, but...
Yeah. And you
Apparently.
usually can hear the siren, but yeah, look,
So the Raiders won without Ricky.
yeah, wow. Gee.
Barely.
They still won.
Well, they lost last time with Ricky, so does
That's
that mean
right.
anything?
Yeah, Ricky needs to go.
What to Manly?
Dragons are gone.
Yeah,
Is that what
Dragons
you
are gone.
said?
Yeah, I'm not falling for that bait.
Dragons are gone.
Dragons are gone.
Dragons are gone. Raiders
Also
hang in
gone.
there.
Skin of their teeth.
Also gone.
Yeah.
My team's going to go.
Probably.
My team's going to go on a winning
You're
streak.
going to go on a run.
Hopefully, Raiders are gone. Yes.
Yep. Oh,
Okay, let's
and-
move on to the next one. But before we do, I want to show something.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, and you need to watch. Am I in the way?
Titans and Manly.
You have to win this game.
We have to win this game.
You have to beat the Titans. They are at home. They have shown just a little bit of resilience lately.
Are you going to the tipping ladder there, Steve?
Yes, I am.
Who are you tipping?
No, he's going to go. He's going to tell us. Oh,
In that
Come
one,
to me.
I actually think Titans might
He
get up.
is cruel, isn't he?
you liar.
Seriously, no.
You are
I-
not going to pick the bottom place team.
I would pick the Titans.
Hey,
And if they win,
now's the time.
the
Drop
jersey
it
deal's
there.
off.
No. I offered you an out
I knew that was coming.
weeks ago. You didn't take it. You are wearing.
All right,
So-
come on. Who's leading our footy tipping
Right.
contest?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to read what's next to the video, Brian.
No.
You need to read it.
So you obviously tipped the Titans, did you?
No, I actually didn't.
I was actually just looking that up. Oh.
I wimped out at the end, but
I thought, surely. Gee whiz.
Oh.
And Jakey's broken his hand.
Yep.
yeah. Oh, they've all given up.
They've given up.
They're now finding reasons just not to play for the last
Jake,
3
Jake's
games.
hand decided it wasn't worth playing.
Yeah. I'm not risking my hand. I'm out.
Yeah.
Titans 44, Sea Eagles 24. Honestly, Manly were pathetic.
Yep.
And look, I sit here understanding what it feels like because South got beaten by 50 twice last year. So
I don't understand.
You know.
What are you talking about? This is new territory for
I
me.
understand your pain, is what I'm saying.
I've given this a little bit of thought, and my thought is this: I look at the Manly forward pack, and I think there's only one player out of those 5 big grunty forwards that I think an opposition team would not like running at them.
That's Okul.
Yeah, Olakwatu.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone else, it's
Yeah.
And when you've got, so as much as I dislike, Hargraves and Lodge, they're just mongrels. They'll fight and scrap for every metre. They'll niggle and push.
Yep.
You look at
And you need those in your team.
you look at the South pack, and they're the same.
Yep.
Even their revered captain, he's into tackles and he's niggling
What do you mean
and
revered?
pushing and shoving
Mocking
and
Cameron
No.
Murray?
I'm saying that he's as big a niggler as all of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of Cameron Murray as a
No,
niggler.
he's not.
And he does it hard. Like so is Liam Martin at Penrith. Just hard. Like you don't want to be tackling the bloke.
Sure.
I look at the Manly pack and I go,
Yeah.
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 And for me that's disheartening.
But
sure.
I know we talked a while ago about Manly's season because of the rainbow jersey dismantling. Is that it?
Oh, I think the wheels fell off before then. When we let the Cowboys back into the game 2 weeks before that,
Yeah.
and the Cowboys scored 20 points in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I think that was the nail, because at that point it was like, there's a psychological thing there. Oh, we actually can't beat a top 4 team.
Yeah.
It's I actually thought that was the crusher.
But sorry, Titans aren't a top 4 team.
Yeah, I know, but that's where the wheels fell off.
Yeah. Okay.
They're in a
And-
4, but happens to be the bottom 4.
Mate, it's embarrassing, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because realistically, and I'll take a little bit of indulgence here. We've got 3 forwards injured. So you've got Paseka, Kepi, and Cole Lawton. And Lawton doesn't strike fear in anyone.
Yeah.
Paseka sometimes runs like he's a man mountain that he is. and Kepi's that crazy.
Yep.
So, I mean, maybe if we get them back, but we've got no depth.
Can I say that I think Manly have made the South Sydney mistake. They have let Kieran Foran go, who's playing exceptional football, for Schuster, who is nowhere near bringing to the team what Kieran Foran does week in, week out.
Yeah, I agree.
So what mistake did South Sydney make?
A few years ago, we let someone go.
Oh, you mean the young
Dane Gagai.
Oh,
Dane
okay.
Gagai.
I was thinking the up and coming halfback.
No, we wouldn't let a halfback go. And I just think that, it just...
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's going to hurt you.
Yeah,
he's not playing anywhere near what he should be.
If the team was running well, and Foran stepped out and Schuster stepped in, I made a big call on one of the Manly because Manly fans they'll eat their own. I'm telling you, it's vicious
well,
out
they're
there.
starting
Man.
to now.
Oh, isn't it? and everybody's hacking on Schuster. You know what? I remember back from 87, 88, 89, Cliff Lyons. Every time he touched the ball, the fans would boo him. He'd throw passes 3 rows back into the grandstand while looking the other, and everybody's going, "Oh, Josh Schuster." I'm just thinking he has the potential.
He does,
but he doesn't have the potential when your forward pack can't get on top of a game.
No, I agree.
That's
all right,
it.
Ladder.
Yep, it's my turn, I think.
Yep.
All right. So in first place, the Panthers on 38 points. The Cowboys in second position on 32. The Sharks on 32 as well, and the Storm on 30 make up your top 4. Just outside of the 4, you have the Rabbitohs on 28, Broncos on 28, the Eels on 28, and the Roosters making up the 8 on 26. Outside of the 8, you have the Raiders on 24, Sea Eagles and Dragons on 20, theoretically still a chance of making the 8. The Bulldogs, the Warriors, the Knights on 14, the Titans on 10, and the Tigers on 10 points as well.
Let's be honest. Sea Eagles are gone.
No, we're gonna go on a massive winning
for
streak.
the Sea Eagles to win. They not only have to win 3 in a row, but the Roosters have to lose 3 in a row.
And the Eels have to lose.
Well, first of all, you're going to beat it. You're going to beat them this week by 40, so that gets rid of.
You're going to beat who?
Them.
Tigers.
No, we're playing Panthers.
Oh, are you? Who are you playing?
Tigers are playing the Roosters.
Oh, well, the Tigers will beat you by 40 to start off
Okay,
with.
fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
It's only the Raiders who can make it. Let's.
Mathematically, as
Now,
long as there's a chance.
just to remind everyone, I put a poll on NRL from the Sidelines about what jersey you'd like to see Brian wear
It's looking like the
next
retro.
week.
Yeah, and I put an option in there. The poor bloke suffered enough. Let him off.
And I
Vote for that one.
And I keep taking it out.
No,
So
you've got to vote. No, don't take it out. I want to see if there's people with compassion in there.
No, because I don't want that many people with compassion that'll actually...
It's not going to happen.
Right,
It's not going to change your mind anyway, Stephen.
No, it's not. So next week he's going to wear a South jersey. I need to know which one.
Next week?
It's next week.
It's not the end of the season.
Oh, it's 2 weeks to go and he's not going to make it. Let's put him out of his misery.
Why would you just keep doing this to me? You're so mean.
Yeah.
It's not me, Brian.
You're so mean.
It's our fans.
Well, then you let the fans vote to not let me go then. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, dear. All right, let's go on.
A few para fans who won't care.
You want to say something about Newcastle?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't personally want to say something about it, but I mean, obviously there's a big stink about what Kurt Mann and Callum Ponga were doing in the bathroom. The mind boggles. There's talk now that they were only at the pub for 25 minutes, but I think that might have been because actually after 25 minutes they were told to leave.
Probably.
They probably were going to be there for much longer. And, look, apparently they weren't told they didn't have to not drink. Ponga didn't have to. Ponga was able to drink, although Kurt Mann, apparently the rule is in the club is if you're injured and you're coming back from injury, you shouldn't be drinking. So he's broken that rule too.
And they're going to undergo drug tests for both of them, which they should have done already.
And look, in the end, the real problem with Newcastle is leadership. They've given Brayley, who I think is a solid player, but a young player, and Callum Ponga, who is so far from his potential.
Yeah.
And they have no leadership. I think maybe somebody like Daniel Saifiti needs to step up. Maybe he's got a bit of mongrel in him. Doesn't seem to have any track record.
Yep.
Maybe next year they need to give it to somebody like him, take some pressure off Callum Ponga and tell him to start getting his act together.
I'll just say I think that starts at the top.
Yeah.
So when you've got blokes like David Clemmer coming off and given the trainer and the coach a gobful because he didn't want to be taken off, that says something about the outside of the playing group structure as well.
But don't you want players to say, no, I want to keep playing. I want to be on the field. I want to make a difference.
But I don't expect that at a game when your coach has said, mate, you're off.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
All right. Now, let's change the subject quickly. Grand final, Sydney or Brisbane?
Sydney.
I know there was there was going to be a decision today. I don't know if one's come out yet. Or tomorrow.
Sydney only if they upgrade Brookvale.
So we've got blackmail here.
Yeah.
Well, look, you know what? I'm a Volandis fan, and you know what? That government promised an upgrade of Brookvale and a number of other smaller stadiums. And you know what? We've been waiting.
Well,
I've been waiting for 30 years.
Tom, where should it go?
Oh, look, Sydney. Yeah, no doubt, Sydney.
All right, I agree.
Great.
Let's move on. Okay, let's start with Thursday night's game against the RABBITOHS. Sorry, with the RABBITOHS against the Panthers.
Right.
Well, I mean, like I said to you before, my head says the RABBITOHS, my heart says the Panthers because I want to keep close to the 8.
Yep.
And I don't want you to prosper. No, I'm being honest. So I've tipped the Panthers by 2. We're good friends, but when it comes to this and this, you've already showed me your hatred. So I'm just indifferent.
That's okay.
I'm indifferent.
It's okay to work one way. It doesn't have to work both ways.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's the way the world works nowadays.
Oh no! Look at that.
What?
I picked the Bunnies by 6.
Yeah, I picked the Panthers by 2.
Good man.
No, I'm going to change that. Look, here we go. Look, there you go. That's how easy it is to change.
Why? Why would you change it?
I don't think there's a struck match between them. I don't think Penrith are going to come out and be as bad as they were last week.
I agree.
And to be perfectly honest, Souths were really, really good last week. Can they be that good again?
And will Latrell play is the question.
Yeah,
will they risk him? Because if he doesn't play, I think the Panthers.
Well, that's what I'm actually waiting for. It's Souths by 6 if Latrell plays.
All right. Okay. Let's go on to Warriors and Cowboys. Cowboys and Warriors. Excuse me.
Yeah, back home for the Cowboys. They'll be hurting after last week, and look, the Warriors showed some terrific form last week, but I think the Cowboys at home are going to want to make a statement.
Cowboys.
Cows.
Yeah.
Broncos and Storm.
Tough one, but I think the Storm will win this one. They're away. I think they'll win.
It leaves a dirty taste in my mouth to say the Storm.
But you're saying the Storm.
I'm saying the Storm.
And you're going Broncos, did you say?
No, I'm going to Storm. Yeah. And you?
And you?
Storm.
Ooh,
second and third. Yeah, second and third team. Yeah.
Eels and Bulldogs.
Okay, this must hurt even more.
No, I'm going the Dogs.
Ooh, right. I'm going Eels.
I'm going. They're going to bounce back. The Eels were pathetic.
I think
the Eels are
this is crunch time for the Eels. If they don't start winning these last 2 or 3 games, apparently,
sorry,
they don't win these last 2 or 3 games, then their season's completely
the last
over.
time they played with Moses, the Dogs lapped them.
Oh yeah, but I think they're now at the point where it's do or die for the Eels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sea Eagles and Sharks.
Sorry, Brian.
We've got a great record against the Sharks at Brookvale.
Yes, you do.
Just throwing it out there.
No
Jake. You know what?
Yeah, no Jake, no Jason Saab.
Yeah.
Nobody.
No
Sorry.
Tom.
I think the Sharks will roll on, unfortunately.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah,
Sharks.
We'll see.
Roosters and Titans.
Wait, can I just say?
Yes.
Manly will win that, and next week I want the clip up that says, "Brian, you're a genius."
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
Okay, and I can do that. But if they lose?
Well, nothing.
Same old.
Roosters and Tigers.
Going to this game?
Go
Bren?
Tigers.
Go
Go
Bren?
Tigers.
Oh, that's
I'm on
really...
I'm on the Tigers.
Cruel. He's a cruel man.
I am
You're the Tigers.
I'm sorry. I have to. The Roosters have to lose.
Okay. So,
Why?
So that Manly can make the 8. They
tipping
have
with
to lose.
his heart, not his head.
Yeah. No, Roosters will win this. Sorry.
Hopefully comfortably. Yes.
I will be secretly cheering for the Tigers, but the Roosters will win this.
I won't be secretly cheering for them. I'm cheering for them.
Dragons and Titans.
I'm going the Dragons. I don't know why. They're hopeless.
Jeez.
Actually, change my mind. Go on the Titans.
No, I'm going Dragons.
I'm going to go the Titans.
Dragons at home.
Yep. I'm going the Titans.
All right. Knights and Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders will win this one.
Ooh.
Ooh, what?
I'd accidentally tip Newcastle.
Jeez.
Well, stay with that.
No,
So
I'm
there you
not
go.
staying with that.
Raiders.
All right. So, speaking of Brian and your footy tips, which you know
Did you put them up?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm in the 10.
Brighton
in the top 10.
75 is leading. He's shot ahead. Quite impressively, I must admit. And then Isidore, McRoosters, St. Mick, Keenaz, Gordon Scott,
the only
Bronco
important thing
Life,
is
Stormy May,
this. Look at this.
Chooks Rule,
Yes.
and Amigo Panther. You're in 9th place.
That's okay. I'm in the top 10. Where are you? You're in 13th to 15th or something like that.
I don't even think I'm there.
I'm coming
you are.
third, last.
Last. All right. And finals for KFC Supercoach. McManly versus Grinners and Fitzmagic and Blizzy of Doom.
You're going
So no-
down, Wall.
So Robbie Hayes is in there.
Yep, got knocked
He's
out.
he's gone.
Wow. Because he was leading the whole.
Yeah, by a mile.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, he got done. Who beat him last week? It must have been
Glizzy
Blizzy.
or Fitzmagic. One of those two.
Glizzy, is that Sally?
No.
No.
Oh, Sally's the worst Supercoach tipper of all time.
She's not. She just picked half a team. That's all.
I hope you're with friends there, Sally. You know, just hope your self-esteem is okay there.
Sal's lovely, but seriously, you're just this fantasy league thing's just beyond you, Sal. I
Probably
love
why I don't do it, Sally.
I love
because
that you gave it a shot. Keep going.
I couldn't stand the humiliation from him.
No.
See, I haven't humiliated Steve once, even though I kept beating him,
Me.
Excuse me, I
I'm
beat
talking
you
about-
once.
and I beat you once.
There you go.
Right.
Okay, so, and these two will determine the grand final.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen, that's the end of the show. Anything
right.
intelligent
Okay.
you want to say before we end?
It's just such a baitable question.
But you never answer it.
I do.
Well, you want something intelligent.
Yes.
You wonder why he doesn't answer it?
Yeah, but I have hopes one day I'll get something.
Mark my words. This is the comeback round for Manly.
Not that it means anything.
Okay. Tom, anything you don't want to end the
Look,
show?
it should be a comfortable win. I'm looking forward to going to the game. This will be actually my first live game all season, sadly.
First game, live game all season.
Well, it's first game I will have been to all season, which is pretty sad.
That is sad.
Yeah.
All
So I'm looking forward to that.
All right, thanks for watching. This is Tom, Brian and Steve on NRL from the Sidelines, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.